5 hurricane is not that thick, but it's pretty thick. It's pretty thick. It's category. Yeah, that's what I saw. Cool, let's do this. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's a little stormy, but I think it's really nice.
My bad.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just, had a little cold.
Hey, yeah, it's a little cold. Don't worry. But you know what? I like the rain. I love the rain. So it's the nice fridge. It's 120 degrees outside right now, so I could definitely use. I know. I could definitely use the rain.
Yeah.
Definitely use the rain.
Yep. That's I kept it nice and rainy and cold this weekend where I am. So
Man,
sorry if
bring
you
me
had
some.
plans. That was me. Yeah. Sure. You like 3 feet of rain, right? That's good.
At least.
That's an adequate amount.
I do maybe like 5,
Okay.
6, you know.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll just send the whole thing. Yeah.
Cool, awesome,
I'll send the whole rain barrel.
Awesome. I'll schedule it on my little calendar. Is Wednesday good for you? Wednesday?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, perfect. Well, hello everyone. This is a fun little VTuber talk show I like to host each and every week where we get to know a very amazing VTuber. And for this week, we have a very thunderous VTuber who is all about all the thundering, all the shocking. Look at all that shocking. Well, how about you introduce yourself to the very few people who might not know who you are?
Yeah, sure. My name is Moi, and my actual name is Anamoy, but most people call me Moi, and I am a Stormcloud VTuber, and I just play a variety of games here on Twitch, just for funsies, and you know, I'm just here to hang out and maybe zap your internets a little bit.
Don't zap my internet. My internet is just working just fine. It's just fine. It's working just fine.
Just a little zip zap.
Get
Get a little hitch and it's giddy up, you know.
Just a little bit. How about you just charge up my phone, and I'll let you do that.
Sure. Big battery, right? Yeah. Fully load battery, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
Full send. No, my phone. I can see that you have a hard time controlling your power a little bit. Then.
Maybe. Just a smidge. Just a smidge.
Well, you know what? I'll forgive you because you're adorable, and of course, we all appreciate the adorable clouds and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So we'll definitely be getting to know you and all the inspirations that come from it. So it'd be really cool. So sit back, relax, everyone. I hope you guys enjoy the show. We'll be going into 15 questions to get to know our lovely guest right here, the Moi. I just like saying that name, Moi.
Thank you.
So much fun to say. Moi.
Yeah.
It just rolls off the tongue so nicely. Moi.
That's kind of what I thought. There was like a lot of back and forth on what to do with the name and like why I chose the name, but like Twitch, there was already somebody who was named Anamoy. They did not stream at all. So like figuring out the concepts of the username was interesting, and hence I ended up on Moi. But actually, I think it's worked out really well. People seem to like it a lot.
I like Moi. Moi is just fun name just to say. Moi.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I definitely found out that if you do have a name that you want to take, if you become partner, apparently you can steal people's names, especially if they don't.
Sick.
Yeah.
Going after your name,
Going after your
random
name.
guy on the internet who has no followers and probably just hangs out in some person's stream and is probably really nice, but that's the username's mine now. Thank you so much.
So that's what I want to do with this one guy, because I keep on getting shot out as like Tricko, which is cool. But the problem is that if you just put Trick and O at the end, which mostly that's how it usually is, there's just some random like Minecraft streamer that will like be on there that has never streamed in like many years, and then so people will shout me out and be like, "Wow, you were playing Minecraft?" I was like, no.
No. This is my longtime friend Frank, who hasn't been on Twitch in 6 years, but he gets a lot of shout outs.
All the shout outs. All the shout outs. She probably gets all these followers. He's like, I haven't streamed in like 8 years. What's going on?
Yeah.
So I have to emphasize that it's Tricko. Oh, don't worry. I'll be stealing his name just so that no one else can have it. No one else can have it. No one else. But hey, gonna go into 15 questions. These questions gonna go into like your model, how you first got started, some fun facts about you, and maybe some controversial topics. So we'll see how it goes.
Heck Yeah.
We also have this fun little spin the wheel right here that Will just redeemed. This is all the amazing wheels, so much spinning, so much great things. So if you guys like to do what Will did and very much just redeem this, you totally can. Contribute to it,
Oh yeah.
and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So we'll see how the spins go. So first, let's get into the first question, which is a spin. So let's get right into it. So I have a lot of questions for you because I do like your design. I like your inspiration for it. But first, of course. First, let's get right into this very fun question. That actually was a fan. It was a fan question. It was a fan added this question. I thought it was actually really interesting. Do you consider yourself as an indie VTuber?
Definitely. I don't have any kinds of agency that I work with. You know, I am just a standalone VTuber. I do collaborate a lot with the other VTubers who came from the same model artist mama. So Suni is the artist who made the art for my model, and a lot of us are in a Discord together who, you know, all who have artwork from her. And it's a really amazing group of people, just really fun and funny and wholesome. So I collab with them a lot, but I'm just a little gal on my own out here.
Nice. I like it. Follow-up question. If you were approached by a company, like one of those higher end companies, to get a signed contract, would you join?
I don't know. It would really, really depend on the company because the big shtick for me with streaming in general is I want to have a good time. The moment it stops being a good time is the moment that I am no longer going to be interested. And when you go the route of like the corporate, I think it complicates a lot of things. I think my chat would change, which would absolutely break my heart because my chat is absolutely hilarious and I like being able to interact with each of them individually. Like I kind of like being small, you know. I always liked the idea. I think everyone kind of likes the idea of taking like the corporate thing where you can just be a VTuber all the time. Like that would be your day job. Like if I could swap my day job to be a VTuber, 100% I probably would. But at the like expense of taking on a corporate, you know, in a corporate slot, it would really depend on the place. It would really have to depend on the place. Some of them, it would be a hard and fast no. And then some would be like, well, maybe. Hold on.
Hold
Let
on.
me think about it.
You know what? I can totally see that. I can just say you have the energy for it, and you do have the charisma. So it'd be cool to see you jump into it. But I totally agree on that kind of stuff. There's definitely some specific ones out there that I probably would stay away.
Some where you're like, no.
Yeah, just no.
Thank you so much. No.
I appreciate the offer. I would stay away. So really quick, I wanted to mention some things that was said in chat. But looks like one of them was that were you responsible on the hurricane warnings? Are you responsible for some of the hurricane warnings that come around here?
No.
I
Definitely.
know.
No.
And you coming on my
I did not-
stage, I got a warning on my end too.
No. Mate. Listen, okay, so sometimes I get a little carried away and maybe. I can oh wait. My lawyer says I can neither confirm nor deny. That's
Darn
the
those
answer.
lawyers. Darn
Yep,
those
yep,
lawyers.
yep.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'll let
very
that
good.
slide. I'll let that slide.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I either get like so I got two warnings. Got two warnings when you came over. I got a hurricane warning, and also I got a warning single mothers in my area warning.
Hot single waifus in
Yeah,
your area.
yeah, I got
Well,
that one
mean,
too. I don't know if they're
Yep.
related with each other, but
maybe.
maybe. Well, we'll have to.
Maybe.
I'll
I didn't realize
have
we
to
were
check it.
going out in the same one. It looks really suspicious when
It
they're all
looks
together.
suspicious.
Gotta
It
talk
looks
to
really
my agent
suspicious.
about that.
Yeah, you might have to talk to some people. We're getting
Yeah,
mixed
yeah.
ads. We're getting some mixed ads on it.
Exactly.
Awesome. Also, it looks like Viku loves your dress. It is very nice and
thank
flowing. It's very
ya.
flowing. It's very good. Very cloudy. Very
Yeah.
cloudy.
Yes.
Cool. Well, before we get to the next spin, Viku, I see you spin. Let's get to the first question from me, which is,
Yeah.
what better way to ask first question to start off the interview than start off where it first all got started? Why and when did you want to get into streaming in the first place?
Oh, So I think a lot of people are kind of in the same boat that I was, where I watched a ton of streamers during the pandemic, just an astronomical amount of streaming content. I think a lot of us did, and the streaming scene really blew up during that time. It changed a lot, and I think particularly the Among Us phenomenon. I watched just an unnecessarily unholy amount of Among Us during that time frame, and it was like getting to see people consistently collaborating with other people that they knew well and they gamed well with, and like seeing how much community could be built around it. It slowly just kind of built over time of like, I would love to do this. This would be so fun. And like, I yap so much when I play games by myself. I could yap with other people.
Yep, with all the people.
Yeah, yap with all the people. So it's kind of just like, it was something that kind of hung out in my brain for a really long time. And then I kind of started getting into like the VTuber scene of like seeing VTubers popping up on my feed, and it was like, oh, I could definitely do this. Like, this would definitely be fun. So yeah, it kind of really all just started with the pandemic and blew up from there. Yeah.
Well, I like to see. I like to see that you like saw something that you really liked, and you were like just immediately, like, I like that. I could do that. Let's do it. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
And look, you here.
Reckless confidence. Like, I
Reckless
can do
confidence.
that.
I can do that, which is good. But like a lot of the people's like advice when people go into these kind of things, so they see something they like, and then they go balls to the wall, like get the most expensive model they can, and they find themselves not liking it. What's your idea on that?
So I do not do as I did. I kind of did sort of that. Like, I was really interested in it, and what I did like at the very first was I like commissioned the artwork for my model, so like the concept design and everything. And while that was going on, I commissioned like a little PNG that I could use to PNG and try streaming. And with that was kind of like how I got into whether or not I liked it. And while my model was being made and everything, I actually got the chance to try it. I definitely didn't do the right set of things. I absolutely recommend that everybody tries being a PNG tuber, because one, it's the cheapest alternative, and two, it actually gives you a chance to try whether or not you actually enjoy it.
True.
And certain personalities, you're just not going to enjoy it, and that's okay. Like, you can hang out with people and do gaming, that kind of stuff. You can be in somebody else's community and still get that sense of community where you're playing online with your friends, where you don't need to really be on per se, you know, the way that streamers need to be on, where we're engaging the chat and we're playing the game, we're trying to do things well, but also be really entertaining at the same time. That can be really overstimulating for some people. For me, I kind of felt comfortable going full tilt into it, because this is what I do by myself. Like, if I'm just sitting and playing games by myself, I am yammering the whole time, just for whatever reason. Like, that's just kind of the way I've always been. So I felt pretty comfortable with it. But yeah, I definitely would not recommend people, particularly when it comes to VTubing. It's such an expensive art form, and it's such a steep intro cost, that threshold of entry is so high financially, or can be, that if you're not able to do some of the artwork stuff in particular on your own, really be thoughtful. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Please be thoughtful. But I lucked out, and that it worked out really well, and I really enjoy it.
Nice. I'm glad it worked out for you. And your model looks great. You put a lot of energy into your model. I've seen some of your clips, and like they're all super fun. So it looks like it worked out for you. You just don't recommend it to everyone.
Yeah, no, I do not recommend that at all, just because it can be so detrimentally expensive. But if you know that this is kind of like your baseline, the way that I kind of knew that this functionality was my baseline, I full sent it.
Which I definitely am kind of same boat too. Like, even though I've been streaming quite a bit, I did purchase a model that's going to be a little bit in the higher end ones, and like I
Yeah.
probably should have started out with something a little bit smaller just to see if I even like it. But again, just looking at freaking beautiful models like these ones, like you
Yeah.
can't just start small. You gotta go ham, you know? So
Yeah. Well, my biggest thing was I wanted her to be expressive, to really be expressive, particularly in the face, the way that I can look at my screen and be talking to chat, and it looks like I'm just genuinely talking to you. Like that's how I wanted things to be. So, like that V-bridger. Yes, exactly.
she's staring you
I
through the screen. She
I do
wants
it
to
with my
know
chat
that
all the
she's
time.
focused.
I actually have like a specific toggle that makes me like ginormous.
Hi.
And now I have to figure
Damn
out how to get
eyes,
down. Hold
though.
on.
Damn eyes,
Yeah,
though.
hello. But I
Wow.
do that to my chat all the time where I'm just absolutely gigantic and I get right up in their face. Oh gosh. Try to see. Get myself back here.
like she's gonna be my new sensei over here. She's gonna be my senpai right here because when I do get that kind of situation going forward, she's gonna be teaching me all the ways of doing it. Because I do like that aspect of just zoom in. Also, I like that you do use VTuber Studios alongside VBridger, which for those who are aspiring VTubers, these are two model programs that I definitely recommend you kind of gain to know of because those will have really good quality for you, like the whole mouth. Like, can you do the whole like?
Yep, I got and
Yep, I love that. Yum yum yum. It's adorable. I love it. Love it.
I can do a lot with my face, which makes me very happy. That was one of the things that I was the most certain that I wanted with the model was the V-bridger tracking, because that just makes you a lot more expressive. It makes the mouth a lot more natural. I really liked one of the VTubers I was really watching a lot was Limalicious.
Oh, okay.
And she has an exquisitely expressive model, like absolutely insane. And it's specifically in the mouth. Like it's not a very complex model at all. Just like the facial movement that she's able to get with her model absolutely full sent me into wanting to be a VTuber in general.
I love it. I love it. That's so good. That's so good. One thing, I guess Will still doesn't trust you because she's the one who gave me the Hercule warning a few days ago and does the stare.
You know, sometimes clouds, not saying it's me, but sometimes clouds in general just get like a little head cold and things happen. You know, it's like you get a little hiccup, you know, the case of the hiccups. My hiccups cause category 4 storms. It's fine. It's fine. It happens. You know, we do our best. We shake it off. We put a few extra sandbags out. It's fine. It's totally okay. Definitely not intentional in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Will, can I send you? How about some sunshine? Is that that work
sunshine.
for you?
Sunshine. Send some sunshine. He needs it. He needs it definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
On the way.
Well, Viku has a spin for you, so let's get into another spin. Sure.
Yep.
He just likes to use that emote. That's really what it is. He just really likes to. There's a cloud brother. Okay, so this is a fun one. I actually love this question. This is actually one of my favorites. You are a cloud VTuber, but was there any talk or maybe discussions on being a different kind of VTuber if you couldn't have been a cloud VTuber?
I did. There was. Oh my God. Thank you for asking. So I had this whole idea of this really like complex setup that would actually involve two completely different models. So what I do in my spare time, I like to write a lot, and that's like a big part of my life in general, just kind of like off stream. And I had an idea of the author and the muse being two separate VTuber identities that I inhabited. And the entirety of like the first year of streaming would have been as muse. And trying to figure out where author went. Like it was gonna have this whole lore video and everything. And I was really, really interested in it. But some very smart person brought up the concept of how difficult it would be to brand anything or do merch of any kind with the name Muse because of the band.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Good point. Dang it. So that one kind of got put on the back burner, and then I've always been like a fan of weather and things like that, and I really wanted something that I could be really creative with and have a lot of variety with over time. So if I was going to like, not necessarily pigeonhole myself, but in my mind, going from 2 different model ideas to just one, it was kind of felt like pigeonholing myself. I'm like, how can I make this the most open to variety and change, and make it so I can do really a lot with it over the years. And I ended up on Moi.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I will definitely say that idea is really interesting to me because, like, have you ever seen an anime called Recreators? So it's a reverse isekai. You know what isekai is?
I don't. I'm so sorry. I have not watched a lot of anime. My
worries.
chat is forever.
Wait, well,
Shitting on me about
you
it.
totally good. It's you probably have heard of it. It's the anime trope where people from like a regular universe, like a regular everyday living, dies and they get transported into a fantasy or reincarnated into a fantasy world.
Ooh, I like it.
So cool, right? Awesome, right? Recreators is the reverse of that. So it's people from fantasy or like other kind of worlds going into our world. And they're interacting with each other. It's super cool. That's what I was saying when you were talking about that, how like you are a creator and you're trying to meet up with your author. That is actually a premise in that where a lot of creators will come into the real world and they're like, wait, where's my god? Where's my creator? And just some nasty old guy is like, yeah, I wrote you. Why? Like, why'd you write my? Like, why'd you write me all sexy? And he's like, oh, I know, I like sexy girls. It's he, right?
Why'd you write me all sexy?
Why'd you write me all sexy? He's like, oh,
crusty, dusty bastard.
Exactly. So I just like that's what it reminded me of. Like, if you were able to pitch it that like throughout the year, you're like an idol, like this kind of character, but you always kind of hinted on like meeting up your author, and then maybe like one April Fool's stream or anniversary stream, you come out as a different model saying as an author. It's like, hey, I don't know what happened to her. I wrote her to do this kind of stuff, but she's been breaking the fourth wall way too much, so I need to try and get her back in this interactions.
Breaking the fourth wall. Aw. Yeah, I still feel a little sad that idea couldn't come to fruition, but
it's a cool idea though. It's a cool idea. I do like that.
It was really fun. I think about it every once in a while, but I'm really happy with how I ended up.
You look great, and I liked your design, and it's very unique and different. It's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I actually thought to myself, like, so with my idea, with my model, it's supposed the story. As someone who writes stories, I was actually going to think about like maybe like tossing my idea to you, and maybe you can like refine it, like, and like I'll pay you obviously for the story, but it would be cool to like have you refine it to make a story arc, because my idea was that like throughout all the years of me having VTubers on my show, all the different VTubers with all different like god powers and all stuff that end up like having some of the energy in VTuber spirits,
like
VTuber radiation, and some of that becomes a VTuber by itself, and that's where my VTuber comes in play. He's like a combination of all these different VTubers all like coming together.
Cool.
And some of that, right?
I love that.
So that's why I kind of want to do, and then I want him to be separate from memes. I still want to stay as a hybrid streamer where I still stream with my face, but also he comes in. And I was thinking of playing kayfabe and just like having him not be like me, but then like still like obviously me.
I love that.
Right? So I was thinking about doing something like that where he like comes out and says like, hey, this is now my stream now. I'm taking control of it because now I have the power to do it. And I come out every now and then and just be like, don't let him control you. No.
Don't do it. Run away.
Run away.
So,
so I might toss that idea for you. But I might just be like, hey, if you can make it like story arc and kind of stuff like that and just tweak it a little bit, and then we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Well, that's down. Wait. Another time. Get back to you. Get back to your stuff. And awesome. If you are ever in the isekai, don't cross the street. I know, right? Don't worry about truck-coons. Worry about truck-coons. Worry about truck-coons. So next question for you is that what do you like the most about being a VTuber gamer specifically?
Oh, I just really like, I really like functioning through my model. I've never really been tempted to be a face cam streamer at all. With my VTuber in particular, like when I get to play games, I have the toggle that makes me huge. I have all these different toggles. I've got like a blood god toggle that my chat loves to put on when I'm playing violent games like Dungeons in World of Warcraft, or any kind of a game where somebody gets attacked by something. Like there's just so much fun you can have with your model that just takes like the gaming experience and makes it so much better with all of the stuff that you can do with a model specifically.
I do like that a lot, actually, as an aspect, because as a content creator, you want to be able to make your content as interesting as possible, and a model is really useful because you can use it as a puppet to create more things for you to do. And there's a lot of things that you can do that I can't do, and it just puts a little more aspects to it. You can put like a bloody knife, blood on your face. I would actually be like, hold on, give me a second, I need to get some ketchup, and then I have to go off screen. You can just do it. You can just do it, which is really cool and clever, and that's why I always like and inspired by that kind of stuff. I will say that
it's really fun.
A cloud VTuber who can literally summon hurricanes and lightning bolts, if you can pull up a knife and blood on you, I'm just more like, that's a personal like vendetta on that person, because if you can just smite someone if you really want to kill them, but instead you can just go up to them and just like stab them to death. That's like a personal attack right there.
Stab.
Stab. Look at that blood cloud she has. Look at the blood
I was gonna
clouds.
say, I don't know if I didn't know if my toggles show up like in your stream, but yeah, like this is like the blood god toggle, and you can just show up to somebody and just be like, "Hello, prepare to die. My name is Moi Moi. How you doing?"
Hi, I'm Moi Moi. I'm a adorable VTuber. You're gonna die now.
You're gonna die. Goodbye.
Oh,
But,
I totally. It's going to be in lockdown protocol. I'm gonna like, look at. I'm gonna look at your stream. I'm gonna look at your stream, and I'm just gonna be like.
You just see me in the corner covered in blood, and you're like, "This is fine.
This is fine."
I
like
do
this.
that during Among Us too. If I'm the imposter, the blood god toggle goes on immediately. We're just like, "Okay, chat, it's time.
It's time.
Let's go find my siblings."
Let's go find my siblings. They die first. They die first.
They die first.
But no, I just think this is funny. Like, you have all this power, and decide just to stab them.
Yep.
It's personal. It's personal. Now,
Give them a little zip zap.
Little zip zap, zippy zap. So you are a weathered VTuber. I don't see those very often, right?
Yeah, we really haven't been. There haven't been a lot of us. There's a handful now, where we're like weather related or cloud related. There's Cloudy Clarity, who is a weather witch, absolutely adorable streamer. There is Kumo, who is not on Twitch, they're on YouTube. They actually are another Thundercloud VTuber. That's the first one I've seen. Gosh, I'm trying to think of who else in like my arsenal of cloud people. There's not many. There's like 4.
There's not many. There's definitely not many. That is a unique kind of side of things, which I like a lot. Because again, you are a weather VTuber, which shows not only you are unique and different, but you can also do some fun things with it. Like what you're doing right now. You had some rain clouds coming up. That was really clever, and you can have clouds be a part of your character. It's really cool. Now, I'm pretty sure there can be some like parts in your kind of lore that goes into that as well. But I just think it's really different and interesting, because some people will just have lightning powers just because they're like a god, but your lightning power is just you because you're a cloud.
Yeah. Well, and I chose the clouds specifically. As far as like what I was and wasn't going to do with the model, I thought of like having it be a specific type of cloud, and really kind of allowing myself to just say I'm a weather, just like a storm cloud in general, allows for a lot of variety, and that's really like the name of the game with my model. Any decisions I make with it is what can give me the most bandwidth, with the most variety, the most creativity, the most options, because it's going to depend on, every situation. Having the most variety is going to make me all that more entertaining. It's going to be all that more fun if I can, suit a variety of situations. So having the clouds was like the biggest part of this whole thing.
I like it. It's actually really, really cool. And I think it's really clever. It's really clever. Stark, nice to meet you, Stark. I think it's Stark, S-T-A-R. Nice to meet you. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, no, I like that a lot. My question I was going to ask you, which you kind of answered just fine, but if you want to go into more details with it, you totally can. Is what do you bring to the VTuber community that helps you stand out? I know being a Stormcloud is very unique, but anything else? Also,
yeah, as far as, how I exist as a VTuber, I really have no intention of like trying to be the biggest and the best. Like that's never really been like a motivating factor for me, and I think that kind of is different than a lot of the VTubing community. I think there's a lot of focus on growth and big as possible, and I'm just quite literally here just being like, I want to herp-a-derp around with my friends and have a good time. So kind of just really allowing myself to be very silly, allowing myself to be very bad at video games. That's kind of a key part of my brand at this point. But other than that, it's really just, the weather VTuber aesthetic and design and, those style choices I think are really what is the biggest standout, in a kind of an ocean of sea tubers. No pun intended. There's been a lot of like ocean related VTubers. It's really nice to have something.
Right?
Yeah. It's nice to have something that's not in that same vein, because when you choose something that's kind of in the meta at that moment, it's really hard to break out, and it's really hard to kind of like bring yourself and not have immediate comparisons to like 18 other massive, VTubers. It really gives you a lot more leeway to just kind of figure out streaming for yourself without there being all this pressure of here's all these really big, VTubers who are related to the ocean and stuff like that, and you must be trying to look like them. You're like, I'm just hanging out as a cloud.
Just a cloud.
Here I am.
I'm just chilling.
I'm just
chilling.
A cloud. Don't look at me.
Which is why I like the uniqueness. The uniqueness is really cool, and I do like that. I also like that you almost I still haven't got into yet because I haven't downloaded it yet because I don't have a lot of time. But she did almost get me into World of Warcraft. She almost did. I was this close.
Another one for the cult.
Almost for the cult.
Excellent.
But she does speak facts, and I do like that she goes ham on the World of Warcraft. I've been wanting to check it out. Definitely want to check it out eventually.
It's been a good time. It's deep nostalgia for me, so getting to tunnel vision on a brand new expansion has been a lot of fun.
That's cool.
It's been a lot of fun.
All the fun. Hi, Crow. Hi, Ka. Hi, Lazir. It's great to see you. But yeah, no, I definitely see that. It's really cool. Next question for you is there any upcoming games you're looking forward to stream this year?
Ooh, I am. So one of them just came out and we played it the other day on stream. Tiny Glade. It's very cute, very chill. Yeah, like it's like the little sound, the sound effects and everything is just exquisite. Like it's so good. It's everything that I'd hoped for that game. But I'm holding out, hoping for the new Nintendo Switch. I desperately want a new Animal Crossing. With my whole chest and my whole body, that is all I want out of life. And then just me and Animal Crossing and occasionally World of Warcraft and sometimes Baldur's Gate, and it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. I tunnel vision. It's great. It's okay.
It's okay. We got this. But no, I still would like to see it. That's really cool. I can't wait to see you play more of these games. And then anything planned for the horror month? Any horror games you're looking forward to?
Oh my God, everything? Heck yes, absolutely. Like I think I mentioned I'm really looking forward to Poppy Playtime and like all these games that I've just been holding out on. I haven't played a single horror game, I don't think, other than Phasmophobia. I've not played a single horror game on my streams because I started streaming in February? Yeah, so I just started streaming in February. I debuted
Baby,
in
she's
June.
baby. She's a baby streamer.
Yeah, I'm just little. But I've been so good. I've been so good about it, chat. Like not playing any of the horror games that I want to play and just be like screaming and crying about because I've been waiting for the month of October so I could just do a spooky-thon the whole time. So there's so many I'm looking forward to, but I'm so down for Poppy Playtime and Five Nights, FNAF, Dead by Daylight. Like I want to play all of it.
If you play Dead by Daylight, let me know. I want to join you.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be great. I'm gonna be terrible at it, but it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. It'll be cool. This is gonna be cool. Also, Stark, as a fan of this little lovely cloud over here, moi moi, do you have any horror games you think she should try? Any recommendations?
Yeah,
I gave her a
give me
couple
a
of them.
Rex.
I gave her a couple of them already before stream. I'll let us be surprised. One game I was thinking that you might like that you might have not tried yet because you've been pretty like starved of horror games until this month.
Yup.
And I would like to ask, do you scream when you play horror games?
On occasion, if they really get me on the jump. I screamed the other day in chat. What were we playing? Oh gosh, we were playing with Una as part of her 3-year anniversary, and we were playing some games, and some monster, I think it was Lethal Company, something popped out of me and I screamed bloody murder. I'm like, I'm sorry, chat, I'm sorry, chat, I'm sorry, chat. Like if they just get me really good every once in a while, then I'm like, oh no, I'm into the ceiling. You're like, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Well, another game I recommend you playing that you should try. I think it's actually free to play. I think it's actually, I don't remember what it was, but it's called Don't Scream. And it's it monitors your voice, and you like walk through this like hyper realistic kind of world, and then there's a lot of jump scares that will pop out, and you have to last for like 8 minutes or 18 minutes, I can't remember. And I think that'd be good for you. That'd be good for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So Subnautica is recommended to you, and then Resident Evil will be really good.
Oh.
If you're afraid of the ocean, the ocean is definitely a scary place. Very scary place.
You know, it's so funny. I'm not really afraid of the ocean much at all, unless I'm really, really far out. It doesn't bother me. I scuba dive, so it really doesn't bother me at all.
That's an interesting thing I did not know you about. That's so cool.
Yeah, I told chat that the other day. I'm like, what? Like, yeah,
That's
I
cool.
hang out underwater sometimes.
So then Subnautica is chill for you. You're like, that's nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah, I've been hoping to play like Dave the Diver, and there's one other one that came out recently, wasn't there? That was like underwater.
Murky Divers. I think that's what you mentioned, but I don't think that's what you're thinking
that
about.
one too. Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I love the water. I'm a huge water fanatic. Like I've always wanted to go scuba diving. I think I want to try it one day.
It's really fun.
Cool. It'd be so much fun.
Yeah, once you get that like mind over matter piece out of your head, where like your brain is abundantly aware of the fact that you cannot breathe underwater. And so when you go underwater and you have the full kit, you absolutely can breathe under your water, but you do have to listen to your brain where it's like, do not breathe. And you're like, no, we need to breathe. We can in fact breathe. Please breathe.
Breathe. Please, you need to breathe.
Once you get past that point, it's very chill. It's very, to me, very calm and relaxing. Like the only time I've never been like calm and relaxed during a dive is like a night dive. Night dives scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, let's not do those ones. Let's not do those ones.
Yeah, those are.
Speaking of your fans in your chat, do you host any community days with them? Do you do any fun games with them?
Yeah. We're planning our very first one. So we got to 400 followers on Twitch, and we decided, oh, thank you. I told chat when we got to 400, we would do a slumber party stream, and it would be community games, and we'd pick out a theme for dinner that night where chat, if they want, they can order takeout, and we can all order from like the same style of food, so we can all kind of like have that kind of like immersive experience where like, oh, we all got Thai from the same place. We posted in the Discord so we can check out everybody's moms. Yeah,
that's adorable. That's adorable. I like that. That's actually really cool.
So our first community games are going to be this Friday. We're going to be playing some Fall Guys, maybe some Party Animals. we got a bunch of different options on the table, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Nice. I love to hear that. And the Silent Speaks. A very interesting name. I like that. It's silent, but it speaks.
My
Nice way.
mod.
Your mod is a
This
hello.
my mod.
Is the mod is silent very silent, or do they speak a lot?
Silence yaps a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
so not that silent.
Silence, I think, is a smidge shy, but they are very sweet, wholesome being.
Oh,
They are
that's good.
also going to be a VTuber.
Oh well, hey, can't wait to see
Yeah.
how that works. You're always welcome to my show if you ever want to come on. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
And also karaoke. That'd be cool to hear you do karaoke. That'd be nice.
Oh God, I did karaoke once with Yuna and Kinyo Nino, both siblings, and oh, it was just chaotic. It was just all over the place. But Silence has been very interested in having me do karaoke. Maybe if we get to like six, how about 600?
600. Oh.
Silence.
Guys, hear that?
We'll
600.
do karaoke at 600.
Guys, clip it, and put it in your Discord server because
God.
that's what it said. That's what it says. 600.
That's the rule.
That's
yeah.
the rule. That's the rule. I love it. I love it. Well, I bet you would get there. I bet you get there. You, like I said, you're very
Oh, God.
baby, but you're growing quite
Baby.
quickly. You're growing quite quickly.
Yeah, I think it's going well. Definitely tunnel visioning on WoW has been a great boost to the channel. I don't know. Everyone always told me that like you shouldn't tunnel vision on any game specifically, because particularly something like WoW, where its viewer base is a lot older, it tends to be, because that game came out ages ago, and really just like absolutely full sending this expansion actually has worked really well in my favor.
Well, okay, so
it's been-
how I see it as, because I agree with, like, you should be known as just this one kind of streamer. You should be known as like a World of Warcraft streamer.
Mhm.
Because if you ever want to do something else in the future, you lose majority
really
of your
bites
community.
you in the butt.
It does.
Yeah.
But I think just like focusing on something and just enjoying what you focus on is not a bad thing. Just like if you sprinkle in some other things as time goes on, that's why I think the major thing
Yeah.
is. I think that there's a lot of
Definitely.
YouTubers fall in the prey that they're known for one thing, and then they do that for
Mhm.
many years, and then when they want to try something else, they lose
Yup.
the community. So I think that's the main thing. Just don't be stuck in one thing. Try other things
Yeah.
out, but hyper focusing on a game that you really enjoy and having a lot of fun with.
Mhm.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't want to
Yeah.
see you just be like, "Hi, I'm Moi Moi, the World of Warcraft VTuber." Like,
Yeah,
if you say that, I'm gonna be like,
exactly.
"Okay,
Oh
Moi
my
Moi."
God. And it was like, it got to the point, I think it was last week or the week before, and I was like, oh my God, I have streamed nothing but World of Warcraft for 4 weeks straight. We need to do something else, literally anything else, but not just World of Warcraft for 4 weeks straight.
Which again is fine. It's
Yeah.
cool. Have fun with it. But
Yeah,
I
we
think
were having a great
I think
time.
the sleepover night is really clever, and I really like that. I think that's gonna be really fun. So just keep up, keep it
Yeah.
up. Do what you're doing because it's working out immensely. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. Now, being a variety as well as having your community vote on game series is awesome. Oh yeah, 100. Variety is really good. Like, what I learned is that you can either be like a person who's known for one
Mhm.
kind of game or a variety streamer. And if you're a variety streamer, you grow a lot slower because you're playing a lot of different games, but they start liking you for you as the content creator
Yeah.
instead of just the game you're playing. While those are the people who are just hyper focused on one type of game and only known for that one type of game, they will only
Mhm.
see you as that kind of style of things, Like, I only watch like this one guy named Spooky Loops for Dead by Daylight stuff, because he's really good at Dead by Daylight. But if he plays anything else, I do not care at all. I just do not want to watch his stuff. So, which is kind of
Yeah.
sad because I'm pretty sure he is good
Mhm.
at those kind of things, but I only really want to watch him for that one kind of game. So
Yeah.
that's what you have to worry
I felt
about.
so bad about that too. I don't know if other people do that, but I feel so bad when I like tunnel vision a streamer when they're like playing a certain game. Like
Mhm.
all of the Among Us streamers I used to watch, I don't watch them at all now.
Yep.
Like I don't know what they're playing, but like the moment the Among Us stopped, that was. And then, like, my mind is like, oh, you're such a Fairweather fan. You're like, but that's the game that I liked. That was the dynamic that they had that was the best
Mhm.
for me. Like, as what I appreciated as a viewer was all of that collaborative work that was going on. And then that, once that stops, it's like, oh, I'm gonna see what else is out there, but then I feel bad about it.
I always say like they kind of
Uh,
expect that to happen. Yeah, I think they love
yeah.
to get some people to jump over and check out the other content, give them a chance.
Mm,
But that's just
yeah.
unfortunately just like the name of the game. Like that's just
Hmm.
how it is with us having attention spam that's so like sporadic and so like it like,
Yeah.
moves on, all this kind of stuff that you kind of have that inspiration. And thick, I am not stinky. No idea what you mean by that. I took a shower before this. I smell nice and
Don't
pretty.
call. Wait.
Oh.
No, you smell fine. You're
Oh,
fine.
good, thick.
Yeah,
See,
you're
see,
good, good.
see,
So
thick.
no
See,
stinky.
see, thick. If a cute anime cloud girl said I
Yeah.
smell good, then it has to be. It has to be the case. It has to be. Oh.
Smells fine.
Yeah, see, I smell fine.
Smell fine.
I smell fine.
No stinky.
No
Okay.
stinky. No
Back to the
stinky.
shimmy on back. I normally have buttons for these things.
You're totally good. You're totally
I
good.
don't have a button to make me
No
this
button.
small.
Ah, no. It's okay.
Goodness.
If Trickle is really that cute, I don't believe it. And the lies off the chart. No lies. No lies. Put on that cologne I see. I put on all the cologne. Of course. You have to. You have to. Awesome. Also, silence has now broken the speed. I was trying to think of something clever. I can't think of anything clever. Silence wants to ask you a question, so we actually be doing another spin for you. So let's do another spin. Another spin. But yeah, I agree with you 100% on that kind of stuff. So like, definitely like be a variety, but don't feel bad like enjoying a game you're streaming. You know.
Yeah.
Cool. Favorite Pokemon? Do you have a favorite Pokemon?
Oh, this is so difficult. No.
You have that one.
Oh, yeah. I'm a hardcore. I loved like Vulpix and Ninetales growing
Nice.
up. I like the OG Pokemon series, like Ninetales. I fought so hard to get that Pokemon on my Game Boy Color. Like just full send. Like it's this beautiful fox with 9 tails. It's just amazing. Yeah.
Agreed,
Yep.
100%. Is it just a regular level up? You don't need anything special for him, right?
I thought you needed a Firestone.
Oh, do you? Okay, I
to
have
get
no idea.
Vulpix too.
It's been a while
I'm
since I played
pretty sure
the
it
old
was a
school
Firestone.
Pokemon. I'm playing I'm streaming right now the Pokemon like Infinite, where you can like mix, you can fuse Pokemon
I
together.
haven't played that. Yeah.
I first tried to do it as a randomizer Nuzlocke. I suck at Nuzlocks. I can't do Nuzlocks. Like I all my Pokemon just dies, and I feel so bad. I just feel so bad. So I stopped doing that.
A serial killer. You've heard it here first.
I don't mean to. It's just like out of nowhere, like I will have like this freaking awesome Pokemon, then find out low kick does more damage to your Pokemon the heavier they are, and just one shots every single Pokemon. Like freaking
Just punt
jeez.
them in the next week.
I
It's
know,
fine.
right? Like I'll have this giant Snorlax that will just carry myself, and then some little
Oh.
Pokemon comes out of nowhere. Low kick, one shot. That was my one Pokemon.
That's not how this works.
It's not how that works.
He's 3,000 pounds. What do you
How
mean?
you can like kick him in the shin and he's like, so yeah, no more Nuzlocke for me. I'm just gonna chill with randomizer. Randomizers are fun. Randomizers are fun, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. See, you as a Vulpix fan, I can see that. Why?
Yeah.
So I guess this comes up with a new question though. As a Fox fan, why did you not consider yourself being a Fox VTuber?
It just kind of felt saturated. You know,
True.
I liked them in general. I have a few like around my house as like random decor objects. Obviously, Yuna Kitsunebi is my favorite human on the planet. My lovely Suni Sib, who has been like insanely kind and thoughtful and invited me to all different kinds of collabs, and she's been incredibly sweet and wonderful. I cannot sing her praises enough. But when I was thinking of what I wanted to be, like I said, my focus has always been around what would give me the most variety and the most options, because I'm incredibly inclined to novelty, and I didn't want to spend so much money on something that I would get tired of really quickly. And having the clouds in particular and like this idea of being like this atmospheric deity, it gives me so much bandwidth to play around with her look, with her style, with what my clouds can do, with a variety of toggles. You know, it just gives me so much to work with that's once I kind of pivoted to the idea of being a weather VTuber, there was really no other option that even crossed my mind, because I was like, oh, I can do so much with this.
It's a good idea. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Also, apparently Silence's favorite is Ninetales as well, which is
Yeah,
funny. I love
I
it.
knew you were good people, Silence.
Good peoples,
I
good
fucking knew it.
Good choice, good taste, good taste. I love it.
Good mod, good pet the mod.
Pet them on, pet them on. I was going to be like, it's Tortoise. Is that the cloud bird Pokemon, I think?
Oh yeah, there's one that looks like a peacock and it's a cloud.
Yeah, let me double check on that. I don't want to.
That probably should be my answer.
That was a tornado.
Oh. That was my original PNG, was me in this dress, and it's like a little chibi and she's riding a tornado. She's very cute.
Love it. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. So it's like a god, like
it's a whole.
It's a big boy. It's a boy. He's a big boy.
Excellent.
He's like a little muscular. And he's on the cloud.
I changed my mind. This guy.
Yep, I was saying.
Basically Zeus.
Yeah, it's pretty much Zeus.
Look at his mustache. I love it. Oh, I know.
So good, so good.
I think
Oh.
I think my VTuber.
Oh.
My VTuber studio.
She's shocked.
Gets hung up a little bit.
She got shocked. Saw a big Zeus guy, and he was like, "Whoa!"
Exactly. I just short circuited, you know. Sorry, we've been having this issue with iFacial mocap. There we go.
There we go.
Every once in a while, iFacial mocap and Vtuber will get hung up on you, and you just have this cursed look where you like your teeth are like up in the topper part of your head. It's great.
Whoa! That I need to see a clip of that. Someone send that to me. That was
the cursed teeth.
I see the cursed teeth. I want to see it. Let's see it.
Chat is very aware of my cursed teeth.
I want to see. The curse. I want to see. Mine's Flareon. Oh, Stark is Flareon. I like Flareon. I love the EV evolutions. I love it.
Yeah, the evolutions were so good. Like and again, novelty, the variety. That's always so good.
I would love to see. More EV evolutions. I'm a huge ghost type person. I love the ghost type Pokemon. Yeah. So I would love to see them do like EV evolution for ghost type.
Somebody on, I want to say it was like Tumblr or like Pinterest, did a whole like cavalcade of all the different evolutions, and they made up their own for like. So there was one of every type, and they looked so good. Like there was like a metal one too that was like really, or like a steel one. Yeah.
I'll like to see some of these. I'll like to see this. Well, I'll have to check them out. I'll check them out. Because there's some really cool ones out there. Cool. Awesome. Well, let's get into the thick of things and talk more about your model. Let's get into the design of it. Because we all know why you are a cloud VTuber and all the good stuff with it. But let's go into some specifics. Why did you decide to go on to the design of your model? Like the hair, the clouds around you, your buns, your eyes, maybe that little hair thing that you have going on. Let's get into that.
Yeah. So the design itself was done by an artist on Twitter called Chomper Kuroko, and Kuroko did, the kind of my initial design, and what I went to her with was a request to kind of be like this night sky above a city. So the kind of part of the lore-ish with the model is that I am an atmospheric deity, modifying and repairing the atmosphere above New York City. And I did that because I do in fact live in New York City. And I needed a way to explain away the various noises that were inevitably going to come into stream because I live in a city. Like there's you'll see in my VODs or in my clips, there's sirens, there's people shouting on occasion, there's like protests and drums. Like it's just like the general noise of a city was always going to find its way into the stream. So like placing her inherently in a city, and my city in particular, just made it easy to kind of like explain away that ambiance that would inevitably show up. But for the design for her, I really wanted to think of like the night sky above a city. I wanted purples and blues and lots of starry, sparkly stuff. And I really liked the idea. I love sweater dresses. I wear them in my real life, and I always like tights and stuff. So I kind of gave, Kuroko just kind of this general idea of this translucent kind of bodice dress with a bodysuit underneath and all these blues and purples, and said, "Run with it."
Nice,
And
nice.
she's like, "Say less."
Say yes, and she did a great job. Let's see your full body
Yeah.
ray over here.
Sure. Wink.
Wink, wink. Oh, I love the cloud, the cloud aesthetics. I like it.
Yeah. There's lots of, originally it was just going to be the clouds around the head as like having this, kind of like me having my own atmosphere that I have, just existing. And it eventually spread out into actually the dress as well, where it's around the waist and it's around the shoulders and it clings around the edges of the skirt. And it really just became a whole part of, Moi's kind of aesthetic and personality that just kind of really bloomed out from being just like an isolated part to her entire design is really focused around these clouds.
I like it. It's really nice. Very good. Very cute. Very
Yeah.
adorable. Very cute. Very adorable. I love it.
Choo,
Love
choo.
it. Very good. Can we see a close up on your face really quick?
Yeah.
This is one thing that's been
Wink,
showing
wink.
me, and that is the stars on the side of your face.
Yes, I have sparkles.
Little sparkles. Little sparkles.
They
And it's moving too. I didn't even notice they were moving.
do. So my rigger, Chaos, really went into the details of, how
Oh,
things
I see
move.
the eyes. The ears, sorry, ears.
Yeah, the ears have, they're going to be more visible with the new hairstyle I'm getting. But there are definitely a bunch of earrings that Suni did for me. They're really, really cool. And there's lots of like starry night sparkles on my face. Those will be there no matter what I do. Shoop.
And I do like that the clouds are animated too.
Yeah, so they kind of have this little growing effect that Chaos did, which was really, really cool. And if I, there we go. That's kind of a better location for me. But if I do, any kind of toggle work, the clouds are really.
Oh, what is the lightning? Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, so there's lightning on the angry.
I have to watch out. There's like lightning all over my head.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to rain on you. It'll be fine. It washes off. It's fine. Well, this might not wash off, but it's fine. It's fine. The blood god, it rains
Good
blood.
thing we're red today. It's a good thing we're red today.
Yeah, we're good.
Blood
it's
gods.
fine.
Blood for the
Tomato
blood gods.
sauce. That's
Tomato
definitely
sauce.
not real blood. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. Don't worry.
Cloud is the cloud with the chance of meatballs, right? So,
Exactly.
you should do that. You should do that. You should do the cloudy. You have food like come out. Cloud with the chance of
Yeah,
meatballs. That'd be a good
there's
reference.
lots of ideas. There's lots of ideas that we have for these. The first and foremost is I want like a noxious cloud, like a bright lime.
Oh, like
green
acid rain
neon.
kind of thing.
Yeah, like acid rain is definitely one that we've talked about getting in the very near future. What else? What else do we have that's really cool? Oh, if I'm shy, they turn pink, or if I like. I have the heart eyes.
Heart eyes.
They also turn pink and turn pink for that.
Whoa.
And then probably the most, I think the ones that like excites people the most is if we get really excited about something, we do something really well. We have this really awesome shooting star toggle.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really, really pretty and fun, and yeah, we've had just a lot of really creative, fun stuff that we did between Chaos, Suni, and I.
I love it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Awesome. Any more toggles you want to show off?
Let's see. What else do we got, chat? What else do we do? I've really, I love this one. It's very simple, but I have allergies in like autumn and spring. So if I sneeze, it just
Oh, they go away.
The clouds go away for a second, and they
come back.
come back. They always grow back. It's
you
fine.
blow away your clouds. I like that.
Yeah. And then
Just
we've
come
just
back.
got Derpina. She's my personal favorite.
I mean,
Derpina.
your little mouth
Yeah,
up there.
she's the one who decides to update my drivers as I'm starting stream. She makes really good technological decisions.
Yeah, we're doing the
So
best of
yeah,
times, the best of times.
best of times, obviously the best time to update your graphics card drivers is as you're hitting the start stream button. That
Oh yeah.
won't cause an
Oh yeah.
issue at
Never,
all.
never cause an issue.
None.
Never.
None whatsoever.
Never.
Yeah, those are the ones we have for now. We've got a few that are going to be coming in. I guess we've got like the Thunder Thigh toggle as well, but
Oh, yeah. I love it because when I first met you, I was like Thunder Thighs. You're like, whoa, that's actually right. So I thought that was really cool.
yeah, it used to be called Gams, and we're like, why didn't we call it Thunder Thighs?
Thunder Thighs. Perfect.
Yeah,
for you.
it's just a redeem that takes off the tights that I
Thunder
have.
thighs. And then we have the thighs.
Chat loves it.
The thickness. Whoa.
Yeah, the thickness, and they do have like a little jiggle animation when the tights come up and down, and chat does.
Chat
love
likes that.
one.
I can see why. Like Stark
Yeah,
in silence. I can definitely see that. Even Azir is like, whoa.
Damn.
Darn. Cool. Now that we have all that settled, now one of my favorite questions to ask when it comes to this is, what is your personal favorite part about your design?
Oh, it's without a shadow of doubt the clouds.
Yep.
Just
that
because
makes
we
sense.
have so many options to do, and when I first reached out to my rigger Chaos, it was with the understanding that I was like, oh, I just want the head clouds to do this, and he's like, we could have all the clouds do it. And you're like,
the
well,
clouds.
what do you mean? You're like, anytime I have a toggle, it's the whole dress that changes. The whole
dress.
thing
That'd be
turns
cool.
into a thundercloud when I'm Angie. So like the lightning comes all the way down to the feet.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, like it does everything. Does little zip zaps.
I like that.
And all of it.
Little zippy zap.
Yeah, so and like I said, we have like the noxious cloud idea. We've got a few ideas for things that are going to be coming in the very near future to make it even more variety for us. But I love this. I love the clouds.
I love
and
the
can do.
clouds. It's so good. I can also like think of like a talk show. Like if you do like a talk show thing one time, you should call it like In Cloud 9 or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, I love
Right?
that. Stop. That would be so good.
Right? That'd be so cool. I can see
Oh
it.
my
It'd be like all
God.
cloud aesthetic too. Oh man, I can see that. That'd be cool.
Oh man, that's such a. I'm stealing that.
Steal
That's
it, steal it.
such a good
You can
name
have it.
for a
Have
talk
it.
show host.
Right? Oh man, you should do it.
Yeah.
Should do it.
I
If
love
you do
that.
go on there, I hope by the time you go on there and I have a VTuber model, hope I become one of your
Hell
guests.
yeah, absolutely. You can be the first one, boy.
Aw, I appreciate. Thank you. Awesome. All right, next question for you. And that is your lore and backstory. Do you have
yeah.
a reason why you are a adorable little cloud in the sky?
Yes, I do. So my official lore is that it's based off of my name, which is Anemoy. And if you know your Greek mythology, the Anemoi are actually the gods of the four winds. And my lore is that the gods of the four winds got together and they decided that they needed to create another deity to help them with their celestial duties. So they got together and they did a little experiment to create me. And as Anemoy, the actual one true only Anemoy, I might add, I was there to, help them with their celestial duties. But the thing is, they kind of botched the job. They gave me a lot of powers that they did not plan to give me that I'm not supposed to have.
Oh.
And my lawyer says I cannot confirm or deny that I had anything to do with climate change, but I definitely didn't. It wasn't me. For reasons unrelated that definitely have nothing to do with climate change. I have been sent to the mortal realm to help repair your guys' atmosphere because it's got some issues in it that aren't definitely not related to me.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. So I'm just here, on the mortal realm, doing my job, hanging out in my water tower. I live in a water tower high above New York City, so I can have uninhibited access to your skyline. And yeah, I'm just here doing my thing.
I love that. I love that. That's an adorable kind of story. I like that. I like that. Well, hopefully
you.
one day with your help, we can get our climate change
Mhm,
under control.
mhm.
Under control.
I'll fix it.
You'll fix it. You'll fix it. I
I
love it.
didn't cause it, but
Oh,
I'll fix it.
you know what? I believe you. Obviously, you had
Thank you
nothing to
so
do with it.
much.
Nothing to do with it.
Got him, chat.
Got it. All right. Let's get in a little spicy question. Are you ready for a spicy question?
Spice. Spice.
Spicy. What's your thoughts on the VTuber community at the moment?
I think the VTuber community can be a really amazing place that's filled with a lot of creativity and artistry, and it really is like an art form all on its own that's completely different from that of face cam streamers. Like there's so many wonderful things happening in the VTuber community. That being said, there's a lot of like comparison that really can ruin the joy sometimes, where people are way too focused on what other people are doing or what other people aren't doing, or who's bigger than them, who's smaller than them, like where they kind of stand in this hierarchy of who's quote unquote doing the best. And I think everybody would have a lot more fun and enjoy themselves and their streaming a lot more, and probably do better if you just focus on your own stuff. Like, just focus on having a good time, focus on fostering a really good relationship with your chat. It's very simple to be in the community and enjoy things and have a good time and meet really amazing people when you're not focused on all the wrong things.
True. Which I definitely can see that, but like it's definitely like the community is great on a lot
It can
of
be
different kinds of
so amazing. It can be so amazing.
so
like
great,
80% of the time.
80% of the time. Now,
Yeah.
I definitely will say that like there's definitely like toxic eggs in every community, no matter if it's VTuber or not. But I definitely say
Yeah.
that because VTubing is like a melting pot of a whole bunch of different communities together, we also sometimes
Yeah.
get those toxic eggs in those VTube communities too.
Well, and in my opinion, and correct me if you think I'm wrong on this, I think the VTubing community as a whole is quite young, as far as those who consume the content and those who partake in the content tend to be on the younger side. And I think when all of us are younger, when we're in that kind of like 20s area where, the lower 20s tends to be like the main demographic for VTubing in a lot of spaces. When you have that, younger age, I know at least there's a lot less understanding of like what it means to interact with other people and how what you do can really affect your relationships, and like how to go about having healthy and positive both working relationships and social relationships, particularly as it pertains to being online.
True.
And I think that youth kind of shows itself from time to time, where there's like misunderstandings and hurt feelings that happen, wherein you're like, if we focus a bit more on how we communicate, this would be a lot simpler. So there would be a lot less drama going on.
I agree 100%, and I think like that's a very mature thing you said, and I agree with it 100%. Unfortunately, that is not like what like the community should be doing, because I feel like what a lot of issues with what they're doing right now is that they do have the mindset that they need to have that social interactions. The only problem is that around people around that age range are like more adapt to the internet than when I was going into it. I'm a lot older, so a lot of these people already are pretty familiar with like the social aspects onto it. But the problem is that they're still really young. So there's a lot of like high school drama that you see on like the social media.
Yeah, or like just like the responses to things where you're kind of just like, this can be done so much better, and you're like, you can be upset about something, you can have hurt feelings about something that somebody said or something that they did, but like going about it in either like a really petty way or like just jumping straight in with really big feelings first, and instead of like taking a step back and being like, hey, we're adults, we might be younger adults, but we're perfectly capable of like communicating this stuff. I think it really does flush itself out into kind of like this high school dynamic where people are just like, I'm upset and how I'm gonna make it
I'm gonna let you
everybody's
guys know.
problem. You're like, no, like, there's a better way to do this where it doesn't hurt you or the other person, and you can talk it out, and you'll actually feel better about it by like properly communicating, hey, this bothered me, and the other person taking accountability and being like, oh, I didn't realize that I was, doing something that was upsetting, or, it's really just like healthy communication skills that's getting kind of missed from time to time.
Agreed. 100%. I wish more people were like had the same thought process as you do, because I think it's actually a really good mature process. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Therapy, need therapy. Yes, yay, therapy. The ultimate thing a VTuber needs. Therapy.
Yeah, exactly. In your Swiss Army knife of things, there should always be therapy.
Always be therapy. Always be therapy.
Yep.
But I definitely like that. It's good. Good idea. Very good. All right, so next question I have for you is that have you noticed any changes? I know you only been streaming for a little bit, like only since February, but even from the very first day of your stream, as soon as you turned that on to your last stream you just did, have you noticed any changes from where, like how you perform, any quality of life, anything? Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I've like settled more into how I exist as Moy. I don't really like to say that it's like a personality because it's really, to me, it's not. For me, how I approach how I stream, streaming, and particularly streaming from, behind Moy Moy, essentially, it's an avenue wherein I get to embrace the parts of myself that I don't get to embrace on my day-to-day. I work in a very fast-paced, very serious job wherein I don't get to be silly. I don't get to be really creative and really just chaotic and funny and just go wherever my whims take me. So when it comes to how I stream, I lean hard into it, and it makes me not very good at some games. It makes me better at others. It makes me really chaotic and very, very silly, and I love that so much about what I get to do as a VTuber streamer in particular, is just really heavily leaning into that. And from when I first started to now, it feels so much more comfortable to like settle into that side of myself where I can just be like, and we're off.
And we're off.
And good time, Sally. Like we're ready, and as far as like how I go about stream, I'm a lot less attached to like what I quote unquote have planned for that week, or trying to really gear my content in a certain direction. I've really just fell into follow the joy, and the joy will, everything will work out if we follow the dopamine.
Follow the dopamine.
Because if I'm having a good time, typically chat is having a good time, and that's always great. That's a really nice happenstance that it happens that way. But I've just really tried to lean into both of those things, and it's definitely been a big change from February to now, as far as how I feel existing inside of Moy.
Moy, be the Moy.
Be the Moy.
Trust the Moy. Be the Moy.
Be one
Feel
with
the
the
Moy.
Moy.
Be one with the Moy. Yeah.
One with the cloud.
One with the cloud. One with the Moy
Yeah.
Moy. Always Moy Moy. Always Moy Moy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Again, your name is just so catchy, so nice to say.
Yeah, I really like it. I like that everybody else likes it. I also, my favorite thing about it, if you put it into like the text to speech stuff, it calls me moi moi.
Moi, moi,
Every time.
moi, moi.
It's so great. I love it so much. It's the best thing ever. And like, moi moi said, blah, blah, blah.
Moi, moi
It's
said.
like, yeah, moi,
Yeah, mama.
my French alter ego, moi moi.
Moi, moi. You need to have you speak the text to speak be French. Be like a
Yes.
French
Oh
accent.
my God,
Your
yes.
French accent.
I need it. I'll figure it out. There will be a way.
There will be a way. Awesome. Okay, so let's get some fun random questions. I love these
Yeah.
questions because they kind of get into more of your personality. And what better ask the question than to ask the hardest question ever to ask a gamer, and that is, what's your favorite video game or video game franchise?
Oh man, chat will not be surprised by
Wife,
this at all. It is World of
Yuna.
Warcraft.
As World of
Wife,
Warcraft, yes.
my
Hello, Yuna.
waifu.
It's the
Hello,
best
my
of
love.
waifus. Best of waifus.
The
Look at that.
best of waifus. Yeah,
World of Warcraft.
it
Let's
is World of
go.
Warcraft.
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's always gonna be World of Warcraft. It always would be the World of Warcraft. I have so much nostalgia for that game. Simply because, and like, I was never ever good at it. Let's preface with that. I was never ever good at it. My first like playthrough of playing World of Warcraft was I was the quintessential healer girlfriend in like high school. And like the guy I was dating at the time was like, no, you just show up for the guild. Like you stand over here, you hit this button and don't die. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
You know, like the most basic player ever. But I loved the storyline. I loved just playing, you know, the environment, just doing the quests. Like I never played higher level content until the past like 9 months. So like I never did big dungeons, I never did mythics, I never did raiding or anything like that. And there's just so much nostalgia attached to that game for me. And now coming into it with new expansions and actually getting into that harder content, it's only made me love it even more.
Oh, I love it, love it. That's so cool. Like, I definitely can see that like passion into a game like that, and I can definitely see why
Yeah.
people would get into it. And it's just nice to see people like finding a game that they just so much immersed. Let's say merged. You're so immersed into the game. I couldn't find the words. I'm sorry, but yeah, you're so immersed into your game so much that it just so like. Man, words just not come to me very much. Boy, Yuna, you guys settle down in the chat. You guys settle down in the chat. Look at you guys.
Just one.
You guys, do I have to separate you two? Are you guys have to separate too?
No, we're good. Beans.
Nah, I'm joking. You guys go ham. You guys go ham. Go all ham. Man, if I had both of you guys on this stage though,
Oh,
try me, Tricko. Try me. I'll fight you. I'll fight you.
Fight you. My wife is vicious.
Vicious.
Vicious rabid fox.
You guys have it. I don't want to get between a storm cloud and a kitsune.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst thing to do. I would not want to be in between those things. Double interview will bring our shared brain cell together. You guys be
Yeah, we only have the one.
She's not the one.
Yuna's in possession of it. She had her 3-year anniversary. She needed it.
She needed all the brain cells for that. Which
All the brain
congratulations
cells.
on your 3 years. Congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats.
Yes. Going back to what I was trying to say, now that I can rethink my process, it is so nice when you see someone so passionate and really interested in a game, and then you stream it, and you see other people who are also very passionate into the same game, and they all enjoy at the same time. Like the spark of your face lighting up when you guys talk about something that's like a history in your game. Like, oh yeah, I experienced this one story. Did you like this one part? And you see the face light up. It's such a great feeling.
I love that. Just about people in general, and even like people in real life, where you find something that somebody's excited about, and really like it's either their hyperfixation or like their like passion project that they work on. It is my favorite thing because they just illuminate immediately to talk about, you know, something that they're so excited about. It's my favorite thing to encounter, either online or IRL. And like the number of people who have come to my stream specifically because I've been playing World of Warcraft, and people who are really in-depth World of Warcraft players, like we have a bunch of them. We have Thale, we have Glazy, we have Crow, like we have Silence who also plays, and Yuna and some of her community who have come into my streams to, you know, we play together, we'll play online, you know, they'll give me advice. Like it's been such a nice development to my community, wherein like there's so much collaboration and so much interest that this game has caused that I love it so much.
Oh, I love it. That's so good to hear. It's so great to hear. It's so
Yeah.
great to hear. Well, I love that that's one of your favorite games. Really good. Well, hey, keep going at it, keep enjoying it, keep having fun,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to see it. I actually found myself finding the previous game of theirs. It's a it's the Warcraft part.
Warhammer. Yeah.
Like maybe the
Yeah.
Warhammer is the part where the like is a RTS where like you build a base, slowly build it out. So that I wanted
yeah.
to, I got it when you were like pitching World of Warcraft to me, and I was like kind of like doing research on it. One of the reasons why I stopped getting into it because I got myself really wanting to play the old school part.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to
I
play
was
it.
gonna say there's that, and then there's classic, which is like the OG. Back in the days. Back in the days when Warcraft first started. Oh, it was the Wild West, the Wild Frontier.
West, when like
that
everyone
I was
could
also
do
terrible at.
it. Well, it's still cool. It's still cool. I love that. Like they brought back the old school classic. I think that's.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were really excited about it. And the remix event was a banger. I loved that event. It was so fun.
I bet. That sounds really cool. Well, hey, keep playing, keep enjoying it. I know you will still love it.
Yeah.
Cool. Next question for you, and that is if you, I think of what it is. Yeah. If you could live in any video game or anime world, what world would you like to live in?
So this is a very difficult one because part of me says I would want to live in Animal Crossing and just be a little bean who like wanders around and decorates their little island and has their like group of 8 friends, and it's all very chill and sweet and calm and nice. But then I remember that I willingly and wholeheartedly with my whole chest moved to New York City, which is the polar opposite of like that really calm and quiet and ideal. I think I would lose my mind if I lived in like the Animal Crossing type scenario. I don't know, maybe World of Warcraft. I'm also kind of like partial to the idea of living in Baldur's Gate post like me fixing everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like me and Daddy Halson could just set up a house and I would be down. Like I'd be good. Like that would be totally fine with me. There's magic in I live in a world where magic exists. I'd be down for that.
That would be a cool world to live. I would like to live in a magic world. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, post, not pre.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to live during like the brain stuff.
Yeah,
I want to live in the post everything. Where like I don't have to be the hero of the world. I can just hang out with my bear husband man and just hang out in the woods.
Yeah,
this is fine.
This is fine. This is great. This is amazing. I don't need to have to worry about brain eating kind of like parasites.
Yeah, exactly. Brain eating parasites or for any of that.
Yeah, we don't need anything. I don't need anything. Well, that'd be kind of cool. Okay, so next question. If you could collab with any VTuber out there, no matter how big or small they are, who would you like to collab with?
Oh, this one has been difficult. I was trying to think about like whomst I would really like to collab with. I would love to get to collab with the girls from Mythos one day, simply because like their whole thing is they're the Greek gods reimagined as VTubers, and like I would fit in that dynamic, I think, kind of well.
I would be really close to you. I would definitely say that.
Yeah, like my brand is kind of in line with that, and I think it would be really, really fun. I'm so beyond excited to get to interact with Fiersona. I've seen their stuff on Twitter, and I just love what they're doing. I really admire what they're doing and their brand for VTubing. I've never seen like another true crime VTuber, that type style, and the content that they've been creating I think is really unique and compelling. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then one like pipe dream person would probably be Michimo Chibi from VShojo. I love their design. I think they're so cute. They're so funny. I love that. That would be like a way down the line sort of thing, that pipe dream.
Well, I feel like you and Fiersona would definitely hit it off. I think you guys will have a lot of fun. Just try not to kill her.
I'll do my best.
Because if you do kill her, then we'll have a hard time in the game.
Gonna have like we're probably gonna have like top tier detective skills.
Yeah,
I probably need to kill her
really
first.
So
Maybe.
so don't clip this and send it to her. Please don't. She might
No.
yeah, she
It's not
might think of
me.
it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out like if she might be a very scary
I'm a
participant
very
on this.
nice cloud.
Yeah, you're a very nice cloud. You don't have blood rain clouds every now and then, right?
No,
No,
none
no.
of that.
Wait,
No.
wait, what's that? What's that? What's that?
None. Ketchup. I had a hot dog. I had a
Yeah,
little,
yeah, a little
got a little schmutz.
little
Little
schmutz.
schmutz.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Just
There we go.
cloud.
So
Yeah. Clean.
Yeah, very clean. Nice clean cloud.
All the clean cloud, all very good cloud. But it'd be fun. It'd be cool. Can't wait. All right, next question for you, and that is, what would you like to accomplish next? What's your next goal? What would you like to do in your history?
As far as my goals, I try not to make big goals just because I don't know how big I ever want to take this. Like I said, I really like the way my chat is right now. I like that we get to all talk to each other. I like that it's collaborative. I'm a little nervous of the concept of growing really big. It kind of makes me like a little scared. I'd love to, I think I would love to make partner at some point. But that's not really something that I'm consciously thinking of. It's always like, what am I gonna have fun with? So like my goal for October is like to do lots of spooky games so I can have fun with my chat and doing all the Halloweeny type stuff. But yeah, I guess our next goal is 600 for a karaoke stream.
Karaoke stream, let's go.
That's as far as I've got, and then I've got a couple surprise things planned for chat that are coming up for like my 1-year anniversary and stuff like that. I guess, probably my biggest goal is to like get chat merch.
Chat merch. Let's go.
That's probably the biggest goal I have right now is like chat needs merch.
We need
like,
cloud.
keychains and
We need
stuff.
cloud
Yeah,
stuff.
they need fun stuff for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be so nice. I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I would love to see like a not the sus mouse pad, but I would love to see a cloud mouse pad.
No, cloud mouse pad. Yeah, it's just a big old fluffy cloud at the bottom instead of the booba.
Yeah, just the booba. Just the booba. I need stickers. It needs stickers.
Exactly. Yuna just did a Dakimakura. I do need to do a Dakimakura at some point.
Oh, is that the body
big
bellow?
body pillow?
Yes. I can't remember. Did she get like the spicy one or she just got the regular one?
She had both. So it has two sides to it. So there was like a kind of say-so side that had these cute little jammies on it and like her with like a little stuffed animal. And then the other side I think was a little more spicy. Mama gave her all the cake.
All the cake.
She took all the cake from all of us and gave it to Yuna. And it's like, honestly, fair.
Very fair, very fair. You know what? Yuna deserves the cake. She gets all the cake.
All the cake.
We need a mid-spice level for your mid-spice. Not too much spice, but a little spice.
Not too much spice.
Well,
yeah,
hey.
I don't feel like I could do like super spicy type content for my brand. I just think I'm a little too say so ooh baby.
Ooh baby kind of stuff. But it would be perfect
Yeah.
because you can block all your stuff off with the cloud. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yuna's
That's a good
is
idea.
mid-spice, I'm saying. Oh, everything's covered. Oh.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
which is totally fine. Like, be
True,
mid-spice. Be mid-spice. You don't need to be super
Wait.
spicy. You don't need to be super...
Why is a good cloud? Silence you! Shut up! I'm a charlatan.
Charlotte, no.
You keep saying I'm a good cloud. I'm like, no.
I'm a good cloud. I'm the best cloud.
Yeah, it started with Baldur's Gate when we're doing a dirge run,
Oh.
and I am killing everybody that I'm allowed to kill without causing issues, and I'm stealing anything that's not laid down. I've been an absolute criminal in that game every time we played it for the past month or so. And he's like, "You're a good cloud." I'm like, "No,
Ow.
And I'm a thief and a criminal,
Do all the stuffs. All
a
the
bad
stuffs.
lady."
Wow. That's crazy. Well, no worries. Well, hopefully you will stay as the goodest of clouds. At least when you are not playing Baldur's Gate. When you play Baldur's Gate, you can be all dark and evil. Charlatan. But hey, I think we're now at the last question of the night. Are you ready for this last question?
Yep.
Now, I like this question personally. This is a very important question to me. Not only because I just love asking this question to every single person who comes on my show, and they all have different answers. And they're really, really cool. But I was even able to ask this question to the famous Iron Mouse herself in person. It's really nice. Yeah,
That's
it was
exciting.
super cool. I got it clipped on YouTube's. It's really nice.
Nice.
We feel special. But so now we will be asking you the same question. Are you ready? Cool.
Yeah.
The question is, do you have any advice for those who want to get into VTubing/streaming?
Yeah. So I guess my biggest advice would be to be really, really honest with yourself about like your personality and the things that do and do not bring you joy. If interacting with people via chat, like, you know, having that kind of break between talking to people and versus talking people who are in chat, if that doesn't work well for you, you know, this might not be your cup of tea. And also, you know, really be honest with yourself as to why you're doing it. I think I heard that a lot when I was thinking about doing it, and I didn't really fully understand like what they meant by it, or like I didn't think about it as hard as I probably should have. It worked, you know, it worked in my favor. It was fine, but you know, you hear a lot when you start looking into whether or not you want to stream or whether or not you want to do VTubing. There will be people telling you like know why you're doing it, and that's such a weird, vague thing to say. I feel like.
Want to know why you're doing it?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah, and you're just like, okay, you know, like it's such a, I don't know, it's such like a far off kind of question where it doesn't really like get into the meat of it. And like when people say know why you're doing it or do it because you enjoy it, it's really whatever you can do that brings you joy in this is going to bring you viewers. The more fun you're having, the more people who will want to come and stay and hang out with you. Like I've told my chat dozens of times before, I don't really see this as like streaming or like performing or doing a job of any kind. It really just feels like I'm hanging out in my apartment playing games and my friends are stopping by. Like that's the best possible vibe that I could have. And I want it to always be that. I always want it to feel like that, where I'm hanging out and my friends are stopping by, you know? And even if we have new friends stop by, I'm still just hanging out, having a good time, and new friends stop by, you know? That's always the vibe that I want it to have. I think that's the best possible vibe that I can try to create for my community, where it's just very chill and honest and sincere. And I guess that would be my advice, is just to be really honest with yourself about like how this will fit in to your life and what parts of it can bring you joy, because there's certainly parts of this that I don't enjoy very much, like the editing work and that kind of stuff. I've got to figure out a way to like have somebody else do it, just because it doesn't bring me joy, and if it doesn't bring me joy, I'm not going to do it well. kind of a mindset, you know. And it's like, you know, there's somebody who's going to really, really enjoy this and be able to take it and run with it and do it really, really well. And the more honest you are with yourself about, you know, your social battery and what you do and don't enjoy, what you are and maybe are not good at, the more fun you're going to have, the easier it's going to be to get into, you know, any of the stuff like this. Always be honest with yourself and with your chat.
Yep, always be honest with your chat. Definitely.
Yeah.
And like I 100% agree with that. Like it kind of seems like a lot of people like to jump onto these things for the wrong reasons. But I think the main thing what you need to keep in mind about is that when you do this, are you doing this because the reasons is to like make money, become famous, or kind of that? Then you might have a really hard time trying to stay long term on this kind of thing. But if you're doing this because literally just you have a creative mind and you want to be able to express that, or you just want to have some fun, you just want to do something you want to do and have a community go for it, and you know, like whatever the reasoning behind it, make sure you are aware that's your reasoning. You know, like don't like some people might think that, oh, I want to do this for a living, but really they want to do it for fun, and then vice versa. So I definitely agree. You need to know exactly why you want to do this, and then try and like watch out if it doesn't come to the fruition that you thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's also a moving target where, you kind of have to check in with yourself really consistently as to what you're hoping for, because sometimes you'll see something where you're like, I didn't realize that I wanted this. And then suddenly you're kind of getting frustrated with something that's going on, or, frustrated with something that's maybe not happening. And, it's never going to be a one-time thing where you check in with yourself and you're like, oh, is this for me? It's going to be every day. Every day you're going to be checking in with yourself and being like, am I feeling this? Like, am I feeling this game? Or am I feeling this particular collab? Am I feeling like streaming at all today? And there's going to be plenty of times where the answer is no. And you just have to be honest with yourself and others about that, and really hold space for what does and does not feel good, because the moment that you start doing stuff out of obligation or out of feeling like you quote unquote should be doing it, you're going to stop enjoying it. And the moment you stop enjoying it, the moment you stop having fun with all of this, is the moment that you start to lose any motivation to do it.
Yep.
And with Twitch and YouTube being so saturated, and the VTubing community in general just being so oversaturated, if your goal is to grow, if you want to have more following, to get traction, that sort of thing, I don't think you can do it if you aren't enjoying it,
Mm-hmm. Agreed, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, like I had someone on my show a bit ago, not recently, but a bit ago, and the way they were trying to say is that they've been streaming for a while, but now they want to get more seriously, and it kind of just seems like, yeah, it's good to take your content creators seriously, especially if you want to go full time. But when I watch their videos, you can obviously see the differences between when they were just having fun, and then they were taking it seriously.
Without a doubt.
And it's kind of, you got to watch out for that, because it's good to take things seriously, especially if you want to go into more of the high performance kind of side of things. But still enjoy the game. Still enjoy what you're doing,
Yep. I had the exact same thing happen, but it was specifically with World of Warcraft. I am in like a progression guild all of a sudden, where like I don't get me wrong, I wholeheartedly, like with eyes wide open, applied to be in this guild.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, I'm really interested in getting into more, more advanced content and that sort of thing. And I joined. We've done normal and heroic progressions, but I got to a point the past couple weeks where I wasn't performing at the level that I needed to be performing at. And part of that is, I'm quite simply new to this level of content, of being like this serious in the game. And I noticed immediately the pivot for me on a stream where I was playing and we were doing that high level content. I'm like, I am not having fun. Like, I feel like crap about my gameplay. I'm not interacting with chat near as much. It turned from fun to not fun in the blink of an eye. And being aware of that, and when that moment happens, and one, not beating yourself up about it, because if something's not fun, it's simply not enjoyable. Like, there's no moral failing that happens when you don't enjoy something. So, recognizing that moment, not beating yourself up for it, and then, making the necessary adjustments so that you can still enjoy what you're doing. And that might come at the cost of you, quote unquote, being serious about something. But my God, like, life is so short. It's like, if you're not having a good time with something, I beg of you, just take a step back from it and follow the path of least resistance. Follow the path of something that makes you happy and joyful and brings you fun, because the moment you get right back on that, everybody else wants to come with you. Like, there's so much joy that can be brought in, and there's so much invitation that comes with joyful people. Like, if you are having a good time, it invites everybody to come in and have a good time with you. And people inherently are just going to want to be around people who are enjoying life. It's really super duper simple.
Super duper simple. Just enjoy. Do the things that make you happy. Do things that make
Follow the
joy.
dopamine.
Follow the
Kid,
dopamine.
says the girl with ADD.
Yeah, follow the dopamine.
The
Follow
dopamine
her.
knows all.
Oh, dopamine knows all. No, I totally agree with that. It's like that's what you kind of have to watch out for. Because there's gonna be moments in your content creation like career that you're gonna feel like discouraged and stuff like that. You want to do something a little more serious, but then when you find out you're doing more serious, you start realizing that you're not having as much fun as before. So there's a weird balance you have to kind of keep up. But I think if you just follow the dopamine, then you should be able to do it. I think you should do it. And don't worry, Speedy, you can join in on my early ones one day, and I don't mind. I always love to see you, my friend. I always love to see Speedy. It's always really good.
Happy to have you for however long we have you.
Exactly. That's good. That's a good saying. I like that saying. Cool. Well, hey, Speedy, it's your time. If you would like to ask her lovely guest right over here some questions. Moi, thank you so much for answering all my questions. It's a pleasure, as always, to have you on my show. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. We'll be hanging out some more. We'll definitely be doing some collabs. It'll be really cool. So we'll be hanging out a lot more often. But I love to having this one-on-one talk and just get to know you and your model so much more. So cool.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the collabs. It's gonna be sick.
So sick. It'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be great.
So this is your time, guys. We still have a little bit more time left. If you guys would like to ask some questions, we still have some spins left. So if you want to ask some questions, do you want someone to do spins, definitely hit them up in the chat right now. Right now.
Do it.
Speedy asks, what is Moi take on the VTuber streaming and the parasocial relationships within the community? Ooh, that's a spicy one.
Yeah, so parasocial relationships really feel weird to me because I don't ever want to be in that kind of scenario because I feel like it's kind of it's paying for a level of closeness that feels really uncomfortable to me. You know, like when I think of parasocial, I think of people who like do a lot of gifting to the community or bits or stuff like that, and the expectation is that you get the streamer's attention in that realm, which is a really unhealthy dynamic in people in general. Because I think that happens in real life as well, where you like kind of, if you're the person who pays for everything, or if you're the person who like gifts a lot, it's this kind of transactionary expectation that really feels uncomfortable. And, it feels like there's an expectation being placed on the streamer specifically, wherein it's like, oh, I give you this, and inherently I get a closer access to you that I'm just genuinely so not comfortable with. There's a reason why I stream behind an avatar. I like that separation between who I am as a person and who I am as a streamer. That gap is really, really important to me, that boundary. I know there are lots of streamers who really lean into that, and that is kind of their whole shtick, is they really lean heavily into that parasocial side of it. And while I completely get that, and like cis get that bag, but also I personally am not comfortable with it at all. I think it invites, and not necessarily invites as in like excuses, but it opens the door to a bit more just really toxic behavior that can happen, and it's a slippery slope in my opinion. But as far as people who are doing it now, I don't know. I also feel really badly for like the people who are engaging in the parasocial behavior, because it's really essentially a desire for connection, and that connection, you can get it in such better ways and so much more fulfilling ways, because like at the end of the day, it's not gonna fill the need that you have that's causing you to engage in that action. You know what I mean? Like my inner like therapist she's like coming out and she's like, these are destructive behaviors, and we know this because
of these little things.
Because of all of these things. Yeah. And so, I completely recognize that it's a big thing in the community. I personally am not comfortable with it at all, and I hope others would be more cautious about their boundaries and, what expectations we have for streamers as far as that relationship between streamers and chat, just because it needs to be healthy on both sides. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like, it just seems like it's a very scary thing to like deal with because on one side, the person is like saying that, well, I like this person. I think this person is really cool. It's really true. I want to
Yeah.
treat them by gifting them and show my support. But then sometimes the person will keep on loving the reactions they get from like gifting and like supporting them,
Yeah.
that they might want to keep on doing that. And then it gets to a point where they might not like it because it'll keep on growing. The expectation keeps on growing the more they get.
Exactly.
And then it will get to the point where you do not get the same reaction. And now the person
And
feels like
then-
they're, yeah, they feel like they
Yeah,
just don't
they-
have that like reaction anymore. So.
Yeah, and that, that reaction of not getting the reaction that they want, it can manifest in a lot of really scary ways that I just don't want to even get anywhere near that.
Yeah, which is
I'm
scary.
very quick to
Scary.
shut down like that, any kind of, parasocial stuff where it's just kind of like, nope, we're not good.
And I agree.
But-
Like we need to kind of watch out for this kind of stuff and like see it from afar, because you see someone like always in chat, always like talking about you, and then always like being able to be like, hey, whoa, hold on, let's cap your thing, which I think that Twitch should
Yeah.
do. I know they won't because they want to make money.
Yeah.
Obviously. But like I feel like they should do like a cap kind of system where like if a certain person reaches a certain amount of milestone purchases, they can't do any more for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, well, and I think that's, it's kind of like like the gambling stuff,
That's
like the
where it
gambling
comes
apps where
from.
they're like,
Yeah.
let's slow down, pal, because when, your money, if you are a chat person, your money is your livelihood. My expectation, and something that I hear most VTubers tell their chat, are like, please take care of yourselves first. Like, do not spend all of your money on anime girls on the internet. Like,
Don't.
we also typically have jobs. The overwhelming majority of us all have jobs. Like, please do not funnel all of your money in this direction. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. But yeah, I feel like Twitch could definitely step up in that regard, where it's kind of just putting some barriers in place where it's kind of like, okay, you've done quite a lot for today, and the streamer is very, very thankful of that, but also let's take a step back.
Yeah.
Just a step or two.
Just chill, just chill. And I think that that is the person himself needs to control themselves, and especially if they're in that mentality of like gambling kind of like style of things, because that could lead
Yeah.
up to that, because it's the same kind of
Oh, yeah.
process as someone who also does psychology work. Like the mindset of the dopamine that pretty much like of you putting money in and you get immediate
Attention
rewards.
out. Yeah.
Then that's
Yep.
going to keep on building up. Like that's the same thing with gambling. You put something
Exactly.
in and you get immediate results kind of situation. It's kind of the same kind of process. But also, like, it could also go with like the streamer and the content creator, where they have to like kind of put into place saying, hey, I appreciate it, thank you so much, I appreciate all the kind of support, but make sure that you realize that this is not something you can get if you keep on doing this
Yeah.
kind of stuff. That because there is some
yeah.
content creators out there that doesn't care about that kind of stuff. They just want you
Not
to
at
just
all.
do it all stuff and try and get as much money as possible, which just
Yeah.
encourages those kind
I-
of behaviors.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like I don't understand people very well in general, just like as a person who's kind of like, neurodivergent. I often feel like I'm like, people are confusion. I don't understand how people function. But like the mindset that, like, you're just here to make as much money as humanly possible, regardless of the actual people who are behind the names that are in your chat, is kind of wild to me. Like, I've grown so attached to my chat that like when I don't see somebody for a while, I'm really freaking excited when they pop back up.
I'm
Like,
the
oh
same
my
way.
god, I haven't seen you
I'm
in
so
forever.
way.
Like,
I'm so way. The same way. Like with Speedy, I love seeing Speedy.
yeah. Like I don't know how people don't get attached to the people who come and say hi to them every week. Like, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be in this interview, if there weren't people who hung out in my chat and had a good time. time, you know?
Exactly. Like I like this interactions when it comes to these like as a small time streamer because I always think it's weird when
Yeah.
bigger streamers like can't like will like see only specific people because those are the people who donate the most.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
We were talking about that the other day in chat. We're like, how much the vibe would change if I got really big. And I'm like, I don't know if I like that idea. Like I don't like the idea of, all these names scrolling past and the people who got me to that point, I can't even manage to see them.
right?
Like
Yeah.
that hurts my heart just to think about.
No, same here, same here. Like I don't think I will ever get to that like level yet.
Mhm.
But I will say that I love every single person I recognize that come in my chat, and I love all their stories, all the interactions with each other,
Yeah.
and it just makes me feel bad whenever like the only way someone can be remembered in some of the bigger chats is the people who do put more money into it, which then
Eh,
eggs up that whole parasocial kind of
it really
aspects to it.
does.
So it's just,
Yeah.
that's why I would say like I'm okay with just my community.
Yeah.
I like my community.
Yup.
If I grow a little bit, that's great, awesome. I don't mind it, but I like to stay within
Uh-huh.
my little community.
Yeah, because then you have a lot more influence, I think, over like the vibe of the community. I think it's really hard to keep your community positive and a really comfortable place for everybody the bigger it gets.
True. 100%. Hey, next question. I have a second question. Are Moy's hair buns full of secrets or candy perhaps? Is full of blood, lightning bolts, and water? What I've noticed so far.
My buns are filled with soup dumplings
Oh, really?
and sour gummies.
Actually, I found one right here. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. They're really good. They're super sour. Yeah.
I love sour.
But
I love
they're
sour.
so voluminous
Ew,
for,
it's
for
candy.
the soup dumpies.
It's cotton candy. It's cotton candy. Oh, obviously.
Cotton
Oh,
candy,
that's another
that's
one
so
you should
true.
do. You should do that. You should do like a candy version.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah. Oh,
Candy,
that'd be really good.
meatballs, and acid rain. You need to do those.
Yeah,
next
we've got. It's so funny. So like, I've been quietly like naming all like the various different designs that I have going on in my head, and right now I'm looking at a stormy night version and a bioluminescent city rain
That'd be
version
cool.
of the model. Yeah, and it's been so much fun, but I love the concept of doing a candy one.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
For-
Do
yeah,
the
cotton
aurora.
candy.
The aurora.
That's
That'd
another one, the Aurora Borealis model.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to see.
I have so many. I have so many like Pinterest
Good.
boards.
Just
that's
keep
just,
doing it. Keep doing
just
it. Yeah.
designs for everything. I knew it was candy. Yeah, it's at
was
least
candy.
at least 40% sour
40%.
gummies. If you want to get specific, it's the sour fishes from Trader Joe's.
Ooh, I have the train.
Yeah, Tradarius Joseph's has the very best sour fishy gummy candies. Oh my god.
And
But I'm not allowed to have them. I eat the whole bag and then I get a tummy ache.
oh no,
It's not
no.
great.
I need to go to Trader Joe's because like I actually just moved from a different town. I just moved out of my hometown. I've been there for over 30 years. I just moved into a new
Nice.
town, which is actually a bigger city, and they have more stuff. And I like all the cool stuff they have. But like I've been getting a lot of people saying like recommendations of going like Costco and like Trader Joe's of that. And like so far, there's two people so far, you and another lady, who's pretty much told me that there's a very
Yeah.
specific items you should get that's only at Trader Joe's. You need to go to it. And I guess I gotta go because I love sour stuff and sour
Oh,
fish
God,
sounds really
they're
good.
So good. It's so bad.
And apparently there's this really good enchilada sauce that like it's only fair there. I
Yeah.
need to get it from there too.
Yup.
So I have to go.
Yup.
I have to go.
There's so much stuff that like is specific to Trader Joe's, and really I only go there because it's one of the cheapest places in the city. Actually,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So like in New York,
Oh,
if
you know
you're
what
going
makes
to
sense.
like
Makes sense.
yeah, in grocery stores, New York prices are absolutely insane, but Trader Joe's is pretty consistent. As far as like what they charge for things, so you never really have to worry that something's going to be outlandishly priced one week and cheap another. So I tend to just end up at Trader Joe's because I know what it's going to cost me, round numbers, you know?
Randoms. We like those randoms.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will spend my money on Anime Cloud Girl, and you cannot stop me. I guess Silence is going to spend all the money on the Cloud Girl.
Silence, no!
Meow.
Silence says, "Take my wallet."
Take my wallet.
God damn it.
Take my money.
I took my stuff off of my throne the other day because he threatened to buy everything. I'm like, please stop.
Yeah,
Please
don't do
not.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Silence. I
It
know
had
you're
like
shy.
4 things on it, so it was chill.
Well, not too bad. Not too bad. Like, we love the support. We love the vibe. We love the passion. We love the grind.
Yeah.
But chill. All nice. Just you being in chat. Like I think you can agree with me on this. I totally think I can speak for both of us. Just seeing you in chat and just talking to us is like the best
hell
thing ever. Like literally the
Yup.
best thing. Like especially on like I don't know if you've had one of these days yet, but like after like doing a stream where you're super looking forward to and you don't have that many people jumping in your stream, it just feels so good when you just have one of those people to jump in and says, "Hey, how you doing?" And then you get these yes, possibly banned invader monitoring. Oh yeah, this guy is definitely banned. Look at this guy trying to buy freaking.
Oh, shabby unicorn.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, you shabby. You don't want your bots.
If you ban the word viewers, that usually gets rid of them.
I forgot how to ban like specific words on Twitch. I know you can do it on other.
Oh yeah, it's in the mod settings. Yeah, we did that because we had so many that were popping in. We had those, and then we had a follow bot raid that sucked.
Hey, yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
I've heard of follow bot raids. Those are scary.
Yeah.
I have a
Like-
button. I literally have a button called the panic button. I have this panic button right here. As soon as I get one of those kind of things, I go boom. I only had to use it once, and that's because like I was streaming and someone decided to go into my Discord and do some pretty nasty stuff, so I had to like pause it.
No.
Not fun. It's not a fun day, but luckily I get that. I'm gonna check that out afterwards.
Yikes.
I'll check that out afterwards. But yeah, zero chill. Yeah, zero chill.
Zero silence.
But hey, that's gonna be it for us today. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I had a wonderful time. It was such a great time. Thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank you for having me. I was very excited to be here.
So excited. It's so great. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And then when you do your own talk show, I will definitely love to join you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I had a wonderful time. It's really good. It's really good. It's great to see you, Speedy. It's great to see you, Silence. It's great to see you, Zir. It's great to see all the greatest people. It's great to see Yuna back over here. It's great to see so many people. All like Stark is great to see. And then of course I saw Fake, Will, and we also saw Viku. So thank you guys so much for joining in. You guys all freaking amazing. I always like to give this opportunity to shout out again one last time a lovely Moi Moi. Where can people find you, by the way?
I am on twitch.tv/moimoianimoy. Yup, I live there. I'm pretty much just on I'm on Twitch. I am trying to get better at posting things onto YouTube, but alas.
If I can recommend a website for you that make your job a little bit easier, because I'm pretty sure you have some people making a lot of clips for you. Maybe make some clips. There's if you go to Streamladder, it's a really easy way to like take those like URLs, put it into Streamladder. It's free to do. And then it will make like actual like long-term like kind of like manageable like clips, and you can post that onto all your stuff.
Oh, sick. I like it.
Recommend it. Check it out. Also, I like to always give the first opportunity for these kind of things when it comes to raids, because we're going to raid some people, because they're always support. But I always get the first opportunity to Moi Moi, our guest. Who do you think we should raid?
I'm looking to see who I know that's online.
I know I have too many people. But yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. I don't have anybody that I'm actually like close with and know well who's online right now. It's all big people.
Well, I can introduce you to one of my favorites. This lady is super cool. She's using a very funny model right now, but she's a zombie VTuber. She's really cool. Her name is Dreamy. Super nice.
I love it.
So let's go raid our Dreamy friend. She's playing Black Myth Wukong, which is also really cool. I like that.
Wow.
So we'll be checking that out as well. She has the most beautiful model. You'll see it. You'll definitely see it.
The most beautiful model.
Awesome. And then if you guys would like to use the raid, you can totally use the raid message right there. Thank you, Speedy, for showing that off. But again, one last time, thank you guys so much for joining in. Thank you, Moi Moi, for coming on my show. Let's hang out some more often. Definitely 100%. course.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
Absolutely. Can't wait. Can't wait. Let's go give a lovely raid over to our Dreamy right now. I will see you guys later. We'll see you guys later in the week. We'll do some horror streams and some other VTuber
Baboom.
interviews. If you guys like to
Exciting.
check out, it'd be fun. It'd be good. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Don't leave Discord yet, okay?
Okay, will do.
Cool. Awesome. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.